So as you saw in that motion comment, the Maestro has declared his return. 4 months of celebratory games. These are sort of styled on classical antiquity. I've seen some people say Space Olympics. That wasn't the inspiration, but I guess the Olympics are also styled on classical antiquity. So it makes sense. So today I'm going to talk about what we're going to specifically see in September. And then I'm also going to talk about a little bit more about what we're going to see throughout the rest of this year. Again, this is our anniversary saga, our 10th anniversary, huge celebration. This saga will be 4 months long, as opposed to the normal 3, and will take us all the way through to our 10-year anniversary. So let's get into it. The first thing that we're going to do is the opening ceremonies for these games. So basically what this is it's a saga sale with a twist. So every saga we have done sort of like mini sales where we've sold crystals with champions that are part of the saga. Basically what we've done is we've taken Cap's Commissary, that was the sale that we ran last fall. That was probably our least popular monetization event of last year. And we basically threw that design in the garbage. Nothing from that is returning, and we're doing this instead. So it's a completely new design for a monetization event. There will be both sort of milestone tracks in the game as well in the web store. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are going to spend, please check the web store first. You will get more stuff. Not just the regular bonus stuff in the web store, which is still there, but you will also make progress in a web store track. We are experimenting with some new things here. So basically, up until this point, there have been 2 new ways to get a new champion. You can either try your luck with crystals, with Valiant crystals, with Titan crystals, or for a couple of champions, you could buy sort of like the double track, the Platinum Pass, and complete an objective every day and get them with Morbius and Bill. This is a new experiment for us because you will be guaranteed a 7-star Count Nefaria as part of that web store track if you're willing to spend enough money. So basically, it's sort of like a guaranteed gotcha system. If you spend enough money in the web store, you will be guaranteed that 7-star. So we're trying that for this sale. Again, please check the web store first. This will be live September 5th to September 12th. There's all sorts of other exciting materials for the sale, including our first Saga Awakening gem. So yes, very excited for this.
Nice. So just to recap, there are now 3 ways to get a champion. One is the classic way that we've all known from the beginning. Just try your luck with the crystals, see if you can get lucky and land the one that you want. We've introduced our battle pass, which we've had with Beta Ray Bill, and I think people are very happy with the bills that they're getting, not the ones they have to pay back, or maybe I don't know if you might have to pay back on your track. That's all good. But this is a 3rd way, and this is an exclusive way. Only on the web store.
That's right.
Okay.
So as you said, I think the success of Morbius and Bill through the double track has really made us want to experiment more with different ways of acquisition for new champions. So we are doing that here, and I think players can expect some more experiments moving forward as well at different methods of sourcing them, different price points, that kind of stuff. So this represents another experiment. So if you're someone who normally chases new champions, this is just like a pure benefit for you, because if you don't get them before the guaranteed milestone, you get them automatically. So, yeah. Okay, so that's the opening ceremonies. Moving on to the next thing. Now let's talk about the Saga Chase. So I am very, very excited for this. So the Saga Chase is going to be structured quite similar to the way the Nightcrawler Runestones were structured of our first Saga. You will collect these Banquet tickets. You will trade them in for game store bundles. Every 10 Banquet tickets equals 1 Greater Banquet Crystal when the Banquet event launches. So if you trade them into the store before the event launches, you'll get a token, and then you'll trade that token in for a crystal. In addition to the Banquet crystals that players will be collecting over the next 4 months, there are also other things in the game store bundles that you can trade these tickets for. And the main thing that I am most excited about is guaranteed 7-star Mr. Sinister. The first 7-star Mr. Sinister in the game. He is, I think, without question, one of the most powerful mutants in the game right now. Nightcrawler was great. Captain Marvel was great. Both fantastic champions. But I think it's fair to say Mr. Sinister is actually like true S tier. There's no question about it. I was part of Vega's Battlegrounds tournament Battlegrounds Championship this past weekend, and we saw 6-star Mr. Sinisters in the top player desk. So you can imagine the impact that 7-star Mr. Sinister is going to have on the meta. I think automatic rank up, automatic inclusion in any Battlegrounds deck. I'm very excited for this. In addition to that 7-star Mr. Sinister, there are other SAGA materials in these Game Store bundles as well. SAGA rank up gems, SAGA signature stones, including 7-star signature stones. Yeah, so basically that's what this is. And then again, you will get, no matter which of these bundles you buy, you will get 1 Banquet Crystal for every 10 tickets you've traded in as part of these bundles. And then also you can trade those tickets. If you bought all these bundles, you can trade those tickets for Banquet Crystals up to an unlimited fashion. So the more of those tickets you collect, the more Banquet Crystals you have ready to go for the Banquet event later this year.
All right, very nice. I'm eyeing that 4 to 5 gem on the 6-star right there.
Nice.
I mean, if I do get a 7-star, I will eye the other one. But yeah, for now, it's the 4 to 5. I did want to touch one more thing before we move on the web store, because we talked a lot about, or on the Summoners Market, we talked a lot about like the different types of things you can go and buy.
Yep.
But if you're a free-to-play player,
Yep.
is there any reason to go to the Summoners Market?
Absolutely. So players will know that there is a number of sort of like free things that you can claim on there. There is a daily crystal. There is a weekly crystal. There's some free points for the milestone tracks as well. So yeah, so absolutely. I mean, I try to claim my free crystal every single day in the web store. Some days I forget, but most days it happens.
All right, very nice. I didn't want to leave out anybody. So just it's a place for everyone to go and get something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I did just want to mention, we know that there are some summoners who have not been able to access the web store for various reasons. That is very much on our radar. We are in active sort of discussions about how we want to help those summoners out. It's not going to happen for this sale, but later this year, early next year, we're hoping to have more solutions for players who are, for whatever reason, locked out of the web store to help them link their KABAM IDs or recover their KABAM IDs or whatnot. So
very cool.
We are working on that. In terms of where you can get these tickets, the sourcing, again, is very similar to the Magnetron crystals, the Nightcrawler runestones. There's some of the stuff in here that you don't know what it is yet. Some of it I'll talk about today, some of it I won't. You will need 100 Banquet tickets for the 7-star Mr. Sinister bundle. If you total up all of the earnable sources here, the free sources, you will see that there are well over 100 tickets. So as long as you are in the game, you're playing the game regularly, you're doing all the content, you will have no trouble collecting enough tickets. If you are Paragon or Valiant, you will have no trouble collecting enough tickets for that 7-star Mr. Sinister. And then there are a bunch of extra Banquet tickets in offers. So on September 12th, roughly a week after the Saga launches, the Magnetron crystals in the daily deals will switch out and they will become Banquet tickets. We're also going to see sort of like a revamp of those daily deals, so they will be brand new daily deals. And then, you know, sales like the opening ceremonies have Banquet tickets in them as well. So if you're willing to spend some money, you can get Mr. Sinister earlier. I know that I am going to do that. I'm going to try to get them as quickly as possible. But if you're free to play, there are more than enough Banquet tickets over the course of the next 4 months for you to collect if you are sort of like a late game summoner to secure that 7-star Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, very nice. That sounds exciting, man. I'm ready for that.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk there. I was going to take a step.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, we're going to talk about the Crystal Cleansing event. So I have mentioned this on past streams. This is our first Realm event. Realm events are the technology where players will work together across the game to achieve milestones in an event. Very similar to the Road to the Crypt event that we ran with Necropolis, except now it's in-game. It's basically an alliance event if everyone was in the same alliance. So this first event is Crystal Cleansing, and basically what it is for every crystal you open in game, you get a point. Doesn't matter what that crystal is, you should get a point. And as you accumulate points, you will accumulate milestones. I want to make it clear, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, the purpose of this event is mostly to test our Realm technology before the big Realm events that we have planned later this saga. The rewards in this are very much targeted at mid-game players. We're allowed to do stuff for them too, right? Rewards are very much targeted at mid-game players. There's nothing insane in here for late-game players. There are some things that are still useful. There are units. Units are eternal. Units are forever, I like to say. Everyone wants units. So there is some stuff in here that late game players will be interested in, but don't expect this to be sort of like an insane progression moment for those accounts. It's mostly to test this technology to make sure it's ready to go for some of our other Realm events, one of which I'll talk about in a moment here. And then there are ranked rewards for this event, but they are purely cosmetic. I believe they're just titles.
Nice.
This will be live September 4th through October 9th. Open some crystals, check it out, let us know if you encounter any problems with the tech. We'll try to fix it up before the next realm event.
Nice. So I have a question for the chat. How many crystals do you have? Like, just go over to your crystal section, look at the big number. Is it like 5 numbers? Is it 4 numbers, 3 numbers? What are we dealing with? And then I'll check back in just a little bit to see like what one of the highest numbers are. Oh, that's insane.
I'm going to boot up my game and tell you. I think I have quite a few.
Well, I saw 17,000. That's crazy. No, 18,000. There's another. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm in the 20K something as well.
Did I see a 1.5 million? No.
It's possible.
No.
If you've been playing the game for 10 years and haven't opened
just
any
never
crystals,
opened anything in those 10 years?
I'd be curious how many Brian Grant has. He's kind of our community member. I have 24,000.
24,000.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to open a bunch of those just for fun, basically. Yeah. So again, this will launch at the start of September. Another event that we're going to see in September is a supply drop calendar. Supply drop is our word for the fancy calendars with the nice big graphics. So we will see a supply drop calendar in September as well. As part of this calendar, you will collect sort of special crystals and open them. Those crystals have a currency in them. You will spend those currencies in the game store for various things. This is up to 2 guaranteed 7-star champions, depending on your progression. And all you have to do to get this is log in every day from September 4th to October 2nd. That's it. You don't have to complete any objectives or do anything else. It's just a calendar. It's a very nice looking calendar, but it's just a calendar. So this should be pretty attractive. One of those guaranteed 7-star champions is Chioth, who I believe is one of the most underrated champions in the game right now. She's absolutely meta dominant, and a lot of players are sleeping on her. And the other 7-star champion is actually a selector. You will be able to pick between these beauties here. This is what it's going to look like. So this is your incentive to come back to the game every day in September. Again, all you have to do is log in once a day, and you will get everything in this calendar.
Very nice. So 2 guaranteed 7 stars.
Depending on progression.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's the progression on
I
this?
believe it's Paragon and Valiant will
Paragon. Can you say, which one is that? What was that again?
Paragon. Is that where you are?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So, quick update, because last time we were here, I had no 5-star, no 7-star champions, and now I have 5, soon to be, I guess, 7 now. At least 7.
Who's your favorite?
Oh man, I don't know. Like I'm kind of like discovering everyone. So it's like it's not someone that I've been wanting to get. I get it. I'm like, I have no idea how good this is. But America Chavez is insane.
Oh, she's crazy.
Yeah, insane. I will admit, I was disappointed when I first got her because I didn't know.
Oh no, I think she is arguably one of the most meta dominant champions in the game right now. I think probably the most meta dominant Mystic. And one of the most meta-dominant champions in the game. She's one of my favorite champions.
Yeah, she's
so
very
that's a
good.
Good ball.
I won't spoil too much more. Just one more that's a very, very nice favorite of mine, and that is a 7-star Mantis that I'm having a lot of fun with right now. So
really fun to play.
Yeah, we'll go through those on the next time. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know what's coming next.
Okay, yeah. So let's keep moving on. How are we doing for time here? We're doing okay.
Yeah.
This presentation today isn't as long as some of the things I've done. So what else is coming? So those are the things coming in September as part of the saga. What else is coming? I'm just going to touch on a few of the things here. There is much more coming beyond what I can talk about today, including some announcements that I think are going to be some of the most important announcements in the game's history. But let's talk about sort of some of the things I can talk about. So look at the Grand Banquet table there. I want to show off some of the art from the saga. It looks fantastic. So that's our Grand Banquet table. So Banquet is coming back, obviously. I talked about Banquet tickets. It's no secret that the Banquet is going to come back. For our 10th anniversary, we are calling it a Grand Banquet. We have a number of special things planned that we've never done before as part of the Banquet event. I know last year there were some groups of summoners who were disappointed with the event. We're looking to confound those expectations this year. I am insanely excited for this event. It's probably the most excited I've been for an event since I joined the team, like up there with the Necropolis launch for me. So that is going to obviously be in September. Collect those Banquet tickets, be ready to go for the Banquet event. The second thing is our anniversary Battleground season. That's season 22. And there are basically 3 things happening with this season. Number 1, the community voted on the metas that we're going to be using for this season. So it's the return of the greatest hits. The community's favorite metas are going to be the metas for this season. Number 2, this is sort of our first big realm event. So our first realm event targeted at endgame players. The solo event and the alliance event, for Season 22 are gone. We're getting rid of them. We're replacing both of them with a Realm event. Summoners will participate in Battlegrounds and work together to unlock milestones, and there's very, very, very good stuff in those milestones and also very good stuff in the ranked rewards. So look forward to that in October. And then the third thing that we're doing is a fun little bounty on KABAM staff. So if you defeat a member of KABAM staff during this anniversary season, someone who is wearing the developer tag, you will get a special exclusive emote, but you have to beat one of us to make that happen. I think as we launch Season 22, we'll provide some information about some of the KABAM staff that play Battlegrounds regularly and sort of like where they hang out on the ladder, so you can try to target them. But come get me. I'm looking forward to it. That should be really fun. Then in October, so last year we had our Alliance Super Season in September. This year we have moved it to October, but it is returning as sort of a completely revamped and redesigned event. Deadpool's Ultimate Multiplayer Bonanza Alliance Super Season. It's going to be a big thing. Basically, there's going to be new tech involved in that. It should be really fun. So that is kind of going to be the main interest in October is going to be that anniversary Battleground season as well as the Alliance Super Season. As I said last year, if you want to participate fully in this event, you will have to be in an alliance. You're not going to have to be in an alliance that plays Platinum Alliance War or plays Map 8 AQ, but you are going to have to be in an alliance, and you are going to have to be playing our alliance modes to some extent. So find yourself an alliance that's reasonably active. It doesn't have to be crazy serious, but get yourself an alliance before October to take advantage of that event.
I see people are really excited about the name of the Deadpool event. I think they just really like your wording. It just seems like the chat really likes that. So just wanted to shout out whoever came up with that name. The chat really likes it a lot. So moving on.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not gonna say his name on stream because I like to check with people to make sure they're okay with me saying their names on stream, and I didn't with him. But the person who named that event, I'm hoping will actually be on the live stream next month to talk about that event some more.
Very nice.
What else is coming? So from November onwards, there is going to be a multi-month side quest to celebrate the history of the contest. I'm not going to say anything more about that. We have some announcements planned around that, but it should be a really cool event for players. We have the return of SAGA Incursions and the Alliance War Encounter Showcase. We saw a lot of really good engagement with our last iterations of that for arcade games. I'm thrilled at how that content turned out for arcade games. That will be returning. And then also in November, there's sort of a fun treasure hunt. And I'm not going to say anything more about this other than that there are some fun things to collect as well as a heap of banquet tickets as part of that treasure hunt.
I imagine we'll find out more next month.
Yes, and our good buddy Tyler has been working on cryptic clues for the community to send them on this treasure hunt. So very much looking forward to that.
Me too.
Cool. Okay, so I think that's everything I had to talk about with the upcoming Saga. Again, just a little bit of some teasers for the months ahead as well as some details in September.